Oh yeah. I'm gonna be dad. I honestly have an upset stomach from those cream pies. That was a mistake. So we just posted our announcement video that Aubrey's pregnant, and in this video I want to walk through the things that I'm thinking, how I'm processing this, and give you my honest take of where I'm at with it all. So it's important I start by saying that I'm extremely excited. I understand that this baby is an amazing blessing and a miracle in the making, and nothing will take away from that. But there are some serious fears that come with it as well. So I want to go a little bit deeper into my background and my story and how Aubrey and I came to the decision to start trying for a baby. And why here and why now and how it all unfolded. And many of you know that I was adopted, and frankly I'm very proudly adopted. I'm very grateful for my story. I was a very sick baby when my parents took me into their care through the foster system, and frankly in their late 50s they had no business raising and adopting a child, but they have huge hearts. I would not be where I am without them. I love them to death, and they're my parents. With this in mind, it created in me a heart to want to foster and to adopt. And though Aubrey wasn't adopted, she had the same heart and vision to foster and adopt children as well. You know, I wanted to repay that blessing that my parents were to me to some other kid along the way. So to that vein, Aubrey and I actually just completed our licensing process and became certified resource caregivers here in the state of Hawaii. It was about that time that Aubrey and I actually started talking about having a child of our own and considering what that would look like. We did not try to control the order or sequence of us having a biological kid and then us adopting. It was just a matter of wherever God led us, that's where we were going to go. Back to our decision to start trying, one of my greatest fears was that we were going to lose the us time, that best season of your life where you can adventure and explore and travel the world and see it all. So we decided to spend a month in prayer just over the decision if we should start pursuing having a baby of our own. We started covertly meeting with friends and asking them about when they had their first child, how did that change their season of their life and their marriage and the impact that it had on their schedules and routines. In doing so, we had a really meaningful conversation with our friends Haley and Corey, where they just shared their heart and their calling to parenthood. And I remember, I'm getting chills now, when we were in that conversation, Aubrey and I left and it was like something had flipped inside of us that said, we have the green light. So I took Aubrey's birth control and I flushed it down the toilet. She knew about it, she approved, it was okay. I didn't do it without her knowing. I would not do that, but that was a good moment. So now here we are, and about a month ago, I found out I'm gonna be a dad. So I'm gonna quickly walk you through what it was like finding out that she was pregnant and all the processing that I've been going through in these past 13 weeks now that we're at the end of the first trimester. So first of all, we were trying, so we did buy pregnancy tests. I was aware of them, but I did not know where she put them, and I did not know when she was going to be taking a test. So it was both on and off my radar. Now, as far as my expectations of what it would be like when she told me, I figured I would be extremely emotional and overwhelmed, and it was really kind of strange actually thinking back to it because I wasn't. When she told me, I was extremely stoked, don't get me wrong, but I guess I had this expectation that I would feel like a different person and I would be ordained with this dad superpower that comes over me and I'm just a better person because of it. But that didn't happen at all. I felt like it was exciting news. I was stoked, but I'm the same old Ricky. And I was shocked, but I wasn't shook. If that makes sense. I think it first felt real to me when she pulled up this app on her phone that showed what week along she was, and it had this little picture of this tiny little dino, and I was still thinking everything was at the molecular level, like we had just found out we were pregnant. So I'm picturing two little cells bumping against each other, figuring it out. And she shows me this picture of our little baby, already half human, half dino. And so we called it Little Dino for the first week or whatever week that was. But that was the first time it really felt real to me. So since then, Aubrey's actually been battling a lot of nausea, and it hasn't just been morning sickness, but it's been all day sickness. And so my greatest responsibility as a father so far has been to take care of Aubrey and go get crackers and ginger ale from Safeway and really just lay with her when she's feeling sick. But as far as answering the question if I'm ready, the answer is no. I have no idea what fatherhood holds. I've grown up around children my entire life, whether it's through the foster care system, serving at church, serving in youth, being a camp counselor. I love children and I'm not afraid of how I would interact or if I would show up or if I would be around or if I'm gonna be a bad dad. And it's not really those things that scare me. It's the things like, am I gonna be exposed for how selfish I am? Am I gonna lose the intentional time with Aubrey that I have right now? Am I going to do well and show up as a father when it's those hard seasons of life and there's difficult conversations to be had and difficult lessons to learn? And how am I gonna discipline and all those types of things that make me know that I'm not ready. And all of this makes me think back to the day that I asked Aubrey's dad for her hand in marriage. He said, "Ricky, do you really think you're ready to get married to Aubrey?" And I said, "No." I told him I have no idea if I'm ready. In fact, I know I'm not ready because I have no idea what being married is like. But I do know this, that there is no one else on this earth that I would rather figure it out with than Aubrey. And the same holds true for parenthood. I have no idea if I'm ready. In fact, I know I'm not ready. But I know this, that there is no one else I'd rather go on this journey with than Aubrey. So that's where I'm at. That's how I feel. That's my answer to if I'm ready to be a dad. I will gladly take any advice or fatherly wisdom down in the comments. If there's any encouragement or words of wisdom you have for me, please let me know. I could use all the help I can get. But that's all for this episode of Ricky's Records. Until next time, go challenge yourself. It's cream puff. It's still frozen.